Good news, everyone. I'm back. I always think I will go and film again very, very soon. But the good news is I canceled my Amazon order for iPad Pro and all that. What happened is actually interesting because I made the order and it was on for I think nearly a week. And then I was just thinking and I was like, I think I'm going to wait. I'd rather have a little extra cash in my bank for now. And I canceled it because it was still there, it wasn't confirmed. I don't know what happened because it was, I made the order. They took the money out of the bank, and it came back in my bank before it canceled, and was just standing like pending, and so I canceled it, and I don't have an iPad Pro now, and because I was thinking maybe I should wait because like the camera I'm using again now, my iPhone SE with a regular HD 1080. I am not using the camera on my laptop, which was my plan. I only used it once, and I have a few. I was talking about why I choose Apple and about computers, cellular phones, and so on. And I have a few, older Apple phones. I have an extra laptop. It's old, but it's still working. I have an iPad from 2012. I could just change. It's working, but I just need to change for a new screen because it broke on an airplane at one point some years ago, and therefore this topic today is about regrets or changing your mind, if you like. And sometimes it's possible to reverse it. Other times, no. And sometimes there is no big deal. Other times it can be a life changer. And I think that's one thing which it's a topic where it's like I can't go back in time and change that. And that's the thing. Like I just said, some things you can just cancel with a few clicks and typing or whatever, and or make a phone call and it's canceled. Or you can return it if there's a product or some things like that. But while, for example, if it's a big deal, like you kill somebody, you can't take that back. But I'm not going to talk about things like that, but I'm going to talk about, for example, what I just did the other day when I canceled the order from Amazon with the iPad Pro, and about other regrets that I have done. I'm not going to be hypothetical and, for example, talk about things that I didn't experience, because I think that's a thing with this channel is that I'm talking about my experiences, and that's what I can do because I haven't, I that's my life. I haven't lived your life, and you haven't lived my life. So but I can share my experience. Now, if you look at the weather there, it's pretty foggy. Well, it's actually the Kalima again. Unfortunately, It's supposed to go away today, but it's been here for like 2 days, and well, the third day today, and it was 31 degrees 2 days ago and 30 degrees yesterday. Today is not that bad. It was like around 22, 23 degrees Celsius, and I have been a bit out, but I haven't been too much out because of my lung problems. I don't want to expose myself too much to the Kalima, because Kalima is the sandstorm from Sahara, and it's not good for me. Well, it's not actually good for anyone. So, and therefore, when it comes to a few, I have, for example, I have a couple of screens here. It's two 32 inches Samsung screens. It's not a TVs. While I have a big TV, which, you can see, I'm gonna make a little special thing here right now, and it's over there. Yeah, there's the big one. And I have a fireplace. Anyways, I'm sorry. Somehow I were in the button, but I'm not editing. Still, I'm still live. So it's just. Anyways, so I don't regret buying those 32-inch screens, because they are fantastic. They cost about 400 euros each, and the big one, the 65-inch, they cost about 800 euros. But I got it was 850, and I get like 100 euros in a gift certificate that I used on something else, this chair. But I haven't used those two 32-inch screens for many months now, because I haven't been in the mode of editing music and videos and so on, and that's what I've used it for. And I wanted to actually have it in the background here instead of this, but obviously I have to do that usually during the evening. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I mean is that I have bought a few technical products that I haven't used that much. I have other things in my closet here. It's in my closet. And it's not going out of the closet. Well, it's a few. There's like some a subwoofer kind of speaker thing that with built-in karaoke or whatever you want it to do, or you can record on it and so on. It's pretty good sound. It cost about 100. I don't remember what I got it for, but it was around 100, 120 euros or something. And then I have amplifier, built-in speaker for a L guitar. Sad story there too. I never got to. I didn't use that guitar. I was tuning it, and one of the guitar strings is just it broke, and I never got to replace it. I have replacement, but anyways, I haven't played L guitar since I was a teenager. So I have my other two guitars here, but they are acoustic guitars. But I haven't used them for a long, long time either. I'm not in the mood. I'm kind of this, if you know what I mean. It's sometimes the impulse of buying stuff. That's also a problem for me at points. Instead of having, enough money on my account so I can live out of that for a couple of months at least, but just in case of rainy days. I haven't been very good at that at all. But I'm trying, I'm trying now to be better at that. And that was one of the reasons why I canceled that iPad Pro order, because I'm going to try to stop touching myself in the. Anyway, so I'm therefore I canceled it, and it was an order of, I think, 2,300 euros or something like that. And I thought it was a sign. It didn't go through. It went through, but it didn't, really give me any dates or anything. And okay, so it was on a week, and still it didn't, and it came back. All the money came back on my account, and I was like, okay, I'm canceling it. I think that was a wise decision, because one of the reasons I canceled it was, like, I was thinking, do I really need that? I have two laptops that works, and actually I have another iPad that okay, it's really old, 10 years old, but I can fix it up for what is it, like $100, not even, for a new screen, whatever. But I mean, I think I'm gonna wait. I have this MacBook Pro. It's like I said previously on another vlog, it was like, yeah, it can't handle 4K video recording. It's too slow. While my iPhone can, if I use the other camera, not the selfie camera, but the other one. So, but anyway, it was like, do I need that? Because then I have to buy that nearly $400 keyboard thingy, and was also a couple of other items that I wanted to come along with that. And so I think I'm gonna wait. And I think that was a good decision. It was a regret, it wasn't a regret even. It was a kind of a realization that maybe I was, I had the means, but I was, going too fast. What do you say? Jumping the ship? No, what isn't that? No, jump to the gun. And jump the gun. No, so it made me think about other regrets, and lifetime changing regrets. Well, I mean, things that made you even move to a place like this. I didn't regret it. I don't regret it. But it's for sure make you think that certain decisions can you regret. And it could be like marriage. It can be changing a job, or can be going to a place, buying a house, or not buying a house, buying a car, not buying, all these. And I'm sure you all out there have all these experiences where you might have a second thought about, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or I should have waited, or I should have gone even further into looking around, investigating, checking out, is it, pros and cons, something I also talked about before. And for sure, products or items, it's for sure in that category, I find, where, especially where if it's a luxurious item, or an item that will set you back somehow, compared to what you have of savings, or you have an income of. And I'm I want to, like, say I did maybe a good decision there. It could have changed, I mean, maybe, because of Amazon could have just run it through, and I could have still canceled, because you often have a few days to make your decision and actually cancel. But when it comes to other items, I have bought a few cars in my life. I have bought a lot of other electronics and computer stuff, and guitars, and but I can't say I have regrets, where we're in huge. I have returned a lot of stuff too. Like, I had this Purifier air conditioned thing I bought. I think it was June or something like that last year, and I figured it was like a pretty expensive item. I think it was like 600-700 euros or something, at least 500, maybe six. And I had a purifier already. It was like a 150 euros thing. I think I ordered on Amazon a couple of years ago. And but I wanted also an air conditioner thing. But no, this wasn't an air conditioner thing. What was it? It was a combination of a heater and a purifier or something like that. Anyways, I wanted, actually, I had seen a commercial somewhere on a German television or something about this unit that you can have, and it's all in one. Like, it was a purifier puring, the air, and it was also air condition, and was it also a heater? Oh, I don't remember, but it was really good. But they didn't have that locally here, and I didn't order it online. But still, it was whatever. I bought this thing from a store here, and I returned it and got my money back. And maybe sometimes, I should have maybe have done that earlier for a few other things, maybe. But as far as I remember, of the more expensive things like computers and electronics, I have used them, except for maybe some smaller things. So, but again, back to the other deal, which is regretting decisions of, for example, you can, in some ways, challenge your feelings, when it comes to, say, towards a woman or a man. That, is this because of the person, or is it because of the sex, or is it because of other good things that you are going along with this, and where is it gonna take you? Will this take you to another place, which in my case have happened a couple of times? Well, or will it take me to a place where I don't want to be or want to be? And it has taken me places I want to be, but it has also challenged me to comprehend the difference between my dreams, or my way of wanting to go through a long process, because it's all often, like in my instance, I had to go through a long process to be able to live in Canada, and also to live here in Tenerife in Spain, and it's all going through, well, it's years of paperwork and also changing or get used to a new place, new culture, new country, new province. I mean, it's a foreign place, and even though I checked them out before, and I'm pretty sure it's still it's a challenge, and all yeah, new language. Um, so when it comes to that, I can't say I don't regret any of that, but it make me think of that certain things are life changing decisions in so many ways. You know, getting married, having kids, buying a car, renting a big house, or things, being far away, moving far away from the rest of your family, friends, and so on, and the old town. And I guess I'm built different to some people. I do integrate. I do understand the consequences of living far away, and it's become easier, you know, with technology, where you can call with video and so on your friends, family, and so forth, and you know, can get updated from news from your old country, old town, and so on. But it's still, for me, it's a great experience. I do miss people, but I do not miss that much the places. You know, I can say, okay, I miss, you know, would be, but I have experienced it. It's still up here, and it's still on the screens and photos and videos and so on. And so I'm not a guy that needs to be at one place this all the time or certain time. Even though right now I'm still, you know, pretty feeling I need to be here in Puerto La Cruz. I don't have, I was thinking about that. Maybe I should take a vacation to another island. I've thought about that last summer. I thought about that last week. And I was looking at possibilities, you know, taking a flight or a ferry to another island, or just even go to the south of the island, which is just an hour and a half away. But no, I was like, why would I? It's such inconvenience. I mean, one thing is, yeah, okay, it costs a few €100, but I have all my things here. I have a pool there, huge, nice pool. I have the beach down there. It's not going to be much warmer if you know, even if maybe 2 degrees more, or maybe not. And it will be like, maybe I won't like the hotel or the Airbnb. Maybe I won't like it there. I have been down there. I wasn't impressed. I love it there, but what can I say? I live in the paradise. Well, for me, you know, still, you know, there is certain things that could probably been better in periods, like the Kalima, but it doesn't really, it goes away. And so I find, you know, that I have found my place, and I hope most people do, because being misery, misery in your home, that's terrible. I have been a little bit like that in a few places I live, but then I just move. I find that as a solution, no? If I don't like it, I move on. And if you say no, you can't, I can't. I'm locked here somehow, you know, because of work, family, school, friends. I don't like changes or whatever. Well, then you don't want to make the effort to change to have it better, because you can. And I know people, they have been only a year away, and they came back with the tail between their legs, as they say, and no, it didn't work out. I think like 1 year or 2 years is not enough. You have to like live there a few years. I lived like 7 years in Canada. I lived like 9 years in the capital of Norway, Oslo. I've been here more or less for 8 years. I'm trying to understand. After 2 years, yeah, you might get like a little homesick, or you get uncomfortable or whatever, but you will regret if you haven't tried. That's one thing I have been experiencing, and I know others that have tried hard. Okay, I tried for 5 years, didn't suit me, but it was an experience. And you move back, or you move to another place. And some people say, no, I can't because of family, because of work. We are fortunate here in a lot of the countries we live in North America mostly, and Europe mostly, and in Australia or New Zealand, and a few other countries in the world, that we have the means and possibility to move to another country, and get a new job, learn new languages, get to know new people. I just said hello to a few people from my balcony here that works here at where I live at Massaro, and it's great. And my taxi driver, I get to practice also my Spanish with him. I did that a lot today because I had to go to a place. And I was there in half an hour in the taxi there, and half an hour back again later. And becomes a good friend of mine. And it's important I think, for me to integrate. I think people should, when they move somewhere. If you don't want to do that, or if you want to live in a ghetto of your own kind, maybe you shouldn't move. I don't know. But what I do know, in that sense, I don't have regrets of moving around, but I can't recommend it for everyone. I can say try out, but it's not as easy as some people would think, and I know. And but when it comes to life decisions like that, well, actually, a lot of decisions, to not regret anything, you have to take the chance, because you will, at one point, you will have done some decision or done something that you thought later on, it could be just right after or years later, you will have a big, oh, why did I do that? It ended up not so good, or I got, it broke my economy, or it broke me, kind of, my heart got broken. But if you don't take the chance, you will never know. But you can also regret that. Why didn't I do that? And I think that's something I at least can say I'm glad for, is that I did do that. I did go to a maritime school, and I did work on a ship, a cruise ship in Caribbean. I did move to Canada and try that out for 7 years, and I did move back to Norway, and I did move to the capital, even though I'm not from there. Lived there for 9 years. I did go back again to where I grew up for a few years. I moved there, and I did move here to Spain on the Canary Islands. I would say I'm glad I did. I wouldn't be the same person if I didn't, but maybe I would have had some kind of a better life. But I don't know. Maybe I would have been dead. I don't know. But I mean, maybe I would have a secure. Maybe I would be employed in a great company, or I would have been a famous artist. Who knows? But I was sitting here the other day and was standing on my balcony, and I was just thinking, I'm the luckiest son of a gun. I felt, happy, and I would. There are certain things I wish I would have done differently or a lot differently, but still, I have two wonderful, beautiful daughters, and their mother are super. I mean, she's a super mom. She's doing the right things, and I'm lucky to still be in contact with them, and it's been off and on for a while, but now, my daughters are coming here with their cousin, my niece, in 4 weeks, and I couldn't be more happy. I'm a lucky guy, and I'm sure we will have a wonderful 2 weeks here, and I will show them around. This is my hometown now, and it's a tropical island, subtropical island, or, where they come from a spring or pretty cold weather to great weather, beaches, island culture. Island culture is not like main Spain island, main Spain peninsula. So I'm sure they will love it, and I will try to spoil them as much as I can, and I hope they will have such a great time. They want to come back, and I'm sure they want to. Because who wouldn't? It's a wonderful place. I think it's paradise, and I know there's a lot of other people that think this is paradise. Tenerife is, it is what it is. It's lovely. No snow. Well, except for on top of the volcano Ltaida, but never down here. Anyways, I'm rambling on as usual. But what I'm trying probably to tell myself is maybe I don't have that many real regrets. I have certain regrets when it comes to my relationship with my daughters. I have certain regrets when it comes to not having a thorough education. I have certain regrets that I should have had more time with my grandparents before they're gone now. And I have certain regrets of being, big mouth with certain people. Things that I shouldn't have said, even last week or this week. Was it this week? No, it can't be this week. Well, anyways, but it isn't life-changing things that hasn't been able to kind of work out. And I see I have far past half an hour. But I'm glad I didn't buy that iPad with accessories. And I'm glad I'm back on vlogging my podcast, and I really hope I see you soon, because yeah, but better of some episodes than no episode. So you take care now, and I'll hope I'll see you soon.